Hey, welcome back. We've made a lot of progress on our next indie app, and I want to share that with you. So specifically, we've done our keyword research. We've identified a keyword that we want to target that's low competition and high search volume, or okay search volume. And we've identified the type of app that would satisfy that keyword. We've checked out the competitors that also rank for that keyword. We have done some technical exploration in terms of building it. And then we've also completed our wireframes. So walking through the user experience of how they would use that app. I want to go through all of that with you right now. So first of all, this is so long, I had to write it down in a notebook. So number one is keyword research. What we did was we used the Astro app, and I'll leave the link in the description below the video. We used that to find a keyword that was below 50 competition, but above 20 popularity. And we found one based on the home design niche. So specifically, the keyword is home design AI. So I wanted to do something related to AI because AppFigures recently released a report saying even AI wrapper apps were making a lot of money. So I definitely want to ride the trend. Second of all, I didn't want to build a giant app because I wanted to release it really quickly. We talked about the small app strategy in the last video, right? So this keyword, I punched it into AppFigures. I looked at all of the apps that were ranking for it. So I was checking for a couple of things. So number one, I was checking that the apps that were ranking were not aggressively targeting the keyword, which means that if me as a new app, if I optimized for that keyword, that I would have a good chance. Second of all, I looked at the new ratings in the last 30 days for all these apps. And I noticed that there were apps that were ranking up on that first page, that top 10 results, that had very few new ratings. So something like single digit new ratings, which means that me as a new app, if I can get single digit ratings within a 30-day time period, that I would also have a good chance to rank. And then lastly, I wanted to check if apps in this niche, if they were making money, because that's the whole exercise, right? So in AppFigures, you can also click into each app and see estimated revenue. So that's what I did. Now, I didn't have a paid AppFigures plan. I was using their free trial, so that gave me some of that data. Second of all, so we talked about keyword research, Astro, AppFigures. Okay, next, we needed to figure out what type of app this was, this home design AI. What are users searching for when they search for this in the App Store? Turns out there are apps that let you take a picture of a room and pick what sort of palette decor type you would like, and the AI will spit out renders of your room in that style and palette, which lets you visualize your room and what it could look like before you go ahead and renovate it and buy all that decor and do it. So I really wish that I had this tool when I first moved into my home, and because I had to imagine everything, and then when you buy it, you just hope that it works out according to how it played out in your head, your vision, right? So this is a really cool tool. I think that if I had something like this, that I would definitely use it. And AI makes this possible. So really, really cool. Now, the next thing I needed to figure out, or my team needed to figure out, is how is this technically possible? So at first I thought, oh, it's gonna be pretty simple. You just let the user take an image, upload it to DALL-E, ask the AI to generate a room according to this image in a different style, right? Whether that's traditional or modern or whatever it may be, minimalistic. But it turns out it's not really that simple. So we played around with a couple of solutions. DALL-E really wasn't giving us the right result because it wasn't able to keep the exact perspective and angles of the room. As you can see, this is the type of visualization that we got using DALL-E. So we also found another service where it was a team that specialized in this sort of thing. And the results were great. This is exactly what I'm looking for. And they have API access, which means that my app can connect to their service, send the photo there, and get the results back and just display it in my app. Problem solved. Well, our team got on a call with them, and we realized that API access costs a lot. And seeing as how this is an indie app using an organic strategy for traffic, I did not want to come out of the gate already bleeding money because it was like a monthly fee. It wasn't a per credit type of system. It was a monthly fee for a certain number of credits per month. So you couldn't even exceed that. And if you don't use all of it, you still have to pay the monthly fee. And I knew that our app coming out of the gate would probably take a little while to rank and get users, and didn't really want to come out of the gate bleeding money, and then I would be on a clock to either make money or pull the plug. So I was like, let's continue looking for other solutions. And so I was thinking maybe we're just not training the model for DALL-E properly or prompting properly. So we're continuing to explore that. And we're looking at other AI art generation type of technologies. So let's see if we can figure something out. My thinking is that as long as it's good enough to give the user an idea of what their room could look like in the style that they choose, I think that the user will be happy. And my thinking is that if the app ranks and it gets consistent downloads and starts generating some revenue, that will then give me the not motivation, but confirmation to use that paid service and grow the app from there. But I don't want to come out of the gate with a highly paid service and then start losing money out of the gate. Now, the other thing that we've done is I've asked JC, our designer, to start sketching out a user experience and how those screens would look like. And so we have that, we have the onboarding sequence, and it's going to take the user through the process of using the app, and then the main screens of how the app would be used, how the user would access their collection of generated photos, and then how they could share it, and what the paywall would look like, things like that. And they're all kind of wireframes just to map out the experience and plan out where some of the elements go. It's not like a full-fledged design. Then we're going to take the wireframes to design next week. So that was the progress we made last week, and I feel like we've done quite a bit. I'm still targeting to launch this app within 30 days, and we spent 7 days already, so that leaves about 3 weeks. I think it's going to be a little bit tight, but we're going to try our best. I know the second, third, fourth, the subsequent apps, they are going to be faster and faster, especially when we start incorporating AI tools into our workflow, which I am also exploring, although I don't have anything concrete to say just yet. But yeah, there's really two sides of the coin that we're trying to balance here, right? One is development, and the other part is really the marketing part of it. So I'm really excited to see how this keyword strategy plays out, because this is our first serious attempt at ASO. If you want to build your own indie apps and you want to know how I do keyword research with the Astro keyword tool, check out this video here where I share that process so that you can build apps that get organic traffic from the App Store.